Hello and welcome on 360 Sports on TrustTV. This is a show where we give you details in the world of sport. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Well, a lot of news flying around concerning Coach Gano Raw. Well, we'll be taking that particular story on this hour. Well, I have in the studio with me the in-house sport analyst in the person of Olawale Peters. Good to have you.
It's a pleasure to be here once again.
Good one. Now, let's quickly go through what we have for you on this show as we start from basketball, where FIBA right now, they agreed yesterday concerning the cities that will be hosting the qualifiers. FIBA confirms Washington, D.C., two others as host cities of Women's Basketball World Cup qualifiers. And looking at the fact that Osaka in Japan and also Belgrade in Serbia, those are the two cities that will be joining Washington, D.C. as the host of the Women's qualifier. Nigerian D Tigress and Mali represent Africa in the qualifiers. Hopefully they will be able to scale through where the likes of America, that is USA, Brazil, Puerto Rico, will all be fighting out in the qualifiers. But hopefully we believe that Nigerian D Tigress and Mali will do well in these FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers that will be coming up in Washington, D.C., Belgrade, that is Serbia, and also Osaka in Japan. Looking at this, I think our ladies are all equal to the task when it comes to playing basketball.
Yeah, sure, they are equal to the task, and I think they are about to give us what the men, they said, there's a saying that says, what a man can do, a woman can do it better. So they're about to show us that. So we wish them all the best, and who can host it better than US? So they've been, when it comes to basketball, it's their own trademark. So we wish them all the best, and we wish the Malians also all the best during the
qualifiers. Well, we all know that Mali and Nigeria actually topped the Afro basket for the women here in Africa. Now they'll be representing Africa in that particular competition, in the qualifiers rather, and hopefully they can scale through. Yes, we know we have world powers in basketball, but Nigeria and D Tigers are equal to the task. Away from basketball now, let's talk about a particular story that came out yesterday concerning Coach Gano Raw being sacked or not. Well, NFL, Nigerian Football Federation, they came up with that particular story that we have not sacked Roha, but there are possibilities, says Nigerian Football Federation, coming from the stable of Nigerian Football Federation there, that Coach Gano Raw has not been sacked, even though there are possibilities that this man could be sacked, but yet that particular option has not been taken. Well, Bonfrey Joe is another man that has actually written a letter, also circulating on WhatsApp all around the internet there, that Nigeria, where he's available, if it's to be that particular option will be taken. And also having the man on the screen there, having Renard, who is a very familiar face with African football, is also available if anything happens to Nigerian football. Looking at this scenario, having Renard, Bonfrey Joe say, okay, he's ready if then the issue of NFF say, okay, we have not sacked this man, but there are possibilities. What are these possibilities, as you can see from your own angle?
Okay, I'm a bit surprised that statement will come out from the NFF.
Why?
There is possibility.
Okay.
There's no possibility anyway. This guy needs to go. That's the truth.
That's your take on it.
That's not only my take, that's the take of average Nigerians
right now.
He needs to go. What has he done since he came on board in 2016? He won us bronze medal. We've had gold medal before. So what is he doing that is fantastic that have not been done before? We are struggling to qualify for the World Cup, Giant of Africa. And this guy still has a job. In fact, since last year, we're supposed to have sacked this guy when we played a 4-4 draw with the Sierra Leone. From 4-0 down to 4-4. I remember vividly, Yakubu Ayegbeni came and said the best thing that would have happened to the Super Eagles is to let this guy
go.
He should just go. So I see no reason and wisdom in even renew his contract.
Yeah, but the problem now is the fact that people are looking at, because now it's a divided house now, and people are saying if they should ask him to go, if the contract is actually terminated, we need to pay him. We are owing him one, and then the amount of money involved might be too humongous for us to offset ones, which might actually cause a lot of problems. So that they are looking at the issue of money. How do we offset the debt we are owing him, the salaries, backlog, and all, even the one right now? That's another issue NFF are considering.
Okay, the first thing I think the Minister of
Youth and Sport
should come out and tell us, are they truly owing this man?
Or maybe the NFF should actually explain that first.
No, everything stopped on yesterday because
yeah.
during the ministerial briefing yesterday, it was one that came out and said there's possibility that they may sack him or not. They are waiting for a report. A committee has been set up. Committee again. To do what? To look into what happened. Do we really need that? Are we buying time or what? No, I don't think we really need that. Both the Minister of Sport and the NFF should come out and tell us, are they really owing him? And if yes, why? From the reports we had, the last time they paid him was in February. And this is November. So that means we are owing him about 8 months, $45,000 US per month. At the current exchange rate of 411 or 412, that's about 18 point something million we are owing him per month times that number. They should come out and tell us what happened to that money. We demand that explanation from them.
What happened that he has not been paid since February, and why is he being owed?
We need that. Then also, I know for every contract, there's always a clause for a severance package. For example, we had in Premiership in Europe,
of course,
if you are sacking a coach, there will be that clause that if we are sacking you based on you not performing, we are going to do
so amount of money.
So they should come out also. It shouldn't be a secret. They should come out and let us know the agreement they had with the coach from the beginning. They gave him a mandate that he told us that the first mandate is for him to qualify us for the World Cup. Then the second is to win the Nations Cup for us. So it's glaring and obvious he may not be able to do that. So they should come out and tell us the clause they have in his contract, and we'll move forward. We can't continue like this. Ojuzo Kalu said yesterday also that this same man that we employed as a Super Eagles coach, someone introduced him to him, and he applied to be the coach of Enyimba, and it declined. So someone that is not good to coach Enyimba, and we employed him to coach our Super Eagles. That need answer also. We need to ask questions. We need to be holding our leaders responsible. They need to give us the reason why all this
it actually happened,
or
is happening.
So we need to
explanations.
We need explanation.
A lot is actually happening right now because of the fact that Coach Ganoro issue is generating so much heat in the society. Some are saying Ralph should go. Some are saying, well, just let him take us to the Nations Cup and probably let's see the honor the contract that he will be taking us to the World Cup. After all, the agreement or the deal signed with Roy is to take us to Nations Cup and also the World Cup. Probably win the Nations Cup. Well, as it is, the house is really a bit divided. Well, Bonfrey Joe, the former coach of Nigeria under-23 team, has actually came out that he's available because he also analyzed the way Coach Ganoro has managed Nigeria, while a lot of people are saying, okay, if you cannot take Coach Bonfrey Joe, the man that really understands Nigerians football terrain, then you can go for Harvey Renard, who also understand African football. Now, looking at these two men, there are a lot of people on ground. But Bonfrey Joe saying he got the match, he actually outlined so many errors. You understand? And now he's saying he's available. But this time around, so a lot of Nigerians are saying, okay, NFF should even apologize to the likes of the late Amadou Shuaibu, because this man will qualify us for an event. We'll drop him 3 good times. Although it's late now, may so continue to rest in perfect peace. But really, look at what is happening concerning Raw, and look at what happened to Amadou Shuaibu, all he did, and yet he wasn't given that opportunity to take us to the World Cup.
Okay, I think to start with, yes, Bonfrey Joe, he did a fantastic job when he was in Nigeria, but what is he doing currently, and what has he been doing since he left the country? So do we need to be going outside all the time?
We have people here.
The last coach that won us Nations Cup,
Stephen Keshi,
may so rest in perfect peace in Nigeria.
And we have Amonike there. We have a lot of them.
And to make the job much easier for us is we have this abundant of talents, both in the country and outside the country. Once we have the process in place, I don't think we're going to have any problem. So going to look for Bonfrey Joe or what have you, I don't think I will suggest and think that we should look internally and get a coach within the country that can manage our resources very, very well. This is not the time for us to do panic signing again. We don't need to do that this time around, because we can't have it worse than what we have currently.
We can't have it worse than what we have currently coming from Olawale Peters there. It's something that we just have to work on. Nigerian Super Eagles, Nigerian football must get better. And the way it is right now, where we just have to get it right. We'll go on the short break. By the time we return, we'll see continue where we stop the button.
Get latest updates on current topical issues and breaking news by downloading the TrustTV mobile app on your Android devices. Go online, click Google Play Store, search TrustTV, install the app, and get doses of unfiltered information on happenings all over the world in your pocket. TrustTV, documenting the Nigerian story.
Glad to know you are still there watching 360 Sports on Trust TV. We've been talking concerning Super Eagles coach job now, Coach Gano Raw. A lot of issues being generated concerning that particular position in Nigeria. Well, before we go to another topic, let's talk about, we have a lot of Nigerians. In fact, we can even look at the crop of 1994 set. Finidi George is with Eyimba right now. But I'm sure if he's drafted in, he can do something. Amuneke is there. We have, even if you don't want to go for Siasia or Iguavon again, since they've been there before, or Amokachi, we still have a lot of them that can take over and do something. A lot of people mentioned, Olise, a lot of people mentioned, they are there. They can take over if you don't want to go for the foreign coaches.
I'm not in support of that, to go for foreign coaches. You just mentioned
home base is better.
We have them in this country.
They can do the job.
They can do the job. They have what they understand our root. They understand our problem. They understand what Nigerians want.
So after all, they are Nigerians.
Definitely. So the passion is there for them. So I think the issue of possibility of sacking Raw shouldn't be there. It needs to go, and it needs to go on time. The number two, the replacement, they should shortlist candidates within the country, the local content. Those that really understand what we want as a Nigeria and the pattern of football that we want as a Nigeria. That is what we need right now. We don't need to go and bring someone that will take about a month or 2 months to be scouting, just like we have currently now. This guy doesn't stay in the country. He spends most of his time outside this country, outside the Nigeria. So how will you understand what is going on at the grassroots? So we don't need that again. We need to develop what we have internally. So looking for a foreign coach, I think it should be off the table for now. We don't even have the time. This is November.
And Nations Cup is coming by January.
By January. Then we are having another playoff in March.
For World Cup.
Then the World Cup, if
we qualify,
it's going to be that next year. And we've not started any preparation.
Okay, For you now, among all the Nigerians that you know so far, from your own time now, who would you prefer?
Okay, and the team, apart from the fault of the coach, also they lack discipline.
The players,
they lack discipline. That's the truth.
Okay, who will you pick if you have to just pick a name? Okay, let this person be our coach.
So that's what I'm coming to.
Okay,
they lack discipline. So we need someone that will not take that nonsense.
That can instill discipline
into them. So I'll go for Sanjo Lise. I will go for.
But looking at this former deal with Nigerian Super Eagles, issues coming before he was sacked and all that. Do you think NFL want to go back for this man?
Well, it shouldn't be about what NFL wants to go back. NFF wants to go back or not. The issue is what is good for the country. So whatever issue they have, they lock themselves inside and settle it for the betterment of this country. Nigerian first.
Consider your country fraud before any other personal
So
interest.
whatever personal issue they have, I believe it can be settled. So we should take Nigerian and put Nigerian first.
So we need a disciplinarian coach now to instill discipline to Nigerian Super Eagles, to stop the big manism, to stop the style they are playing. They need to be focused.
Exactly. Even without the coach doing anything, you don't need to tell Alex Iwobi what to do when you get to the pitch. Do you need to tell Kelechi Iheanacho what he needs to do when he gets to the pitch?
After all, they don't do that in their team over there in Europe.
Leo Balogun, do you need to tell them? You don't need to tell these players what they need to do. But if there's no discipline, the coach has his own, but the team, the players also, they have their own. So you don't need to do that. So we need someone that will instill that discipline. If you are not disciplined as a player, then you don't need to be in my team.
Well, as it is, we've been talking concerning Nigerian Super Eagles coach job. It's really bringing a lot of controversy right there. A lot of Nigerians are not happy for the fact that the way Super Eagles are playing football, not only Super Eagles, not only Coach Ghana Raw, even our women football is also dragging behind. Well, we just have to get it right. This country is still huge and big, so be lacking performing very well when it comes to competition, to qualify for competition, all that. Well, we just have to leave that particular story a bit, and let's talk about the Women's Champions League. The CAF Champions League for women are taking place in Cairo, Egypt, where Asfa of Morocco, they defeated Malabo Kings 3-1 yesterday over there in Cairo to lift the top place cup. Good one for the team from Morocco. Asfa, they did well winning that game, and right now Asakas of Ghana will be facing Mamelodi Sundowns of South Africa today in the final of the CAF Champions League for women, the first edition. Asakas for Ghana against South Africa, Mamelodi Sundowns. Looking at this particular story, as far they were in our group, that is Rivers Angels group. As far now, they've won the third place, defeating Malabo Kings, although their names alone, a lot of people would think Malabo, how would the lady be bearing Kings? That's the name they prefer to call them. But now they lost 1-3 against Asfa. Fatima Tag now scoring one of the goals. Now they are celebrating because at least coming to this competition, they came third. It's something worthy of note. A lot of team dropped out.
Okay, I think I'll give it to the Asfa club of Morocco, and they also call them the military
ladies.
Also, okay, I'll give it to them. And if you watch their game against the Ghana team, they lost narrowly to them. So they came prepared. They came as an underdog, but they showed that being a first timer or being someone that is not consistent and the competition doesn't mean anything. I will come and I will surprise you. And you can see the determination to win, to make their country proud, the passion they played all their matches. That is what we are used to in this country before. But that we've lost. We've lost that passion to represent the country, not for the money, but the fact that I was part of the country's success in so years.
For my fatherland.
It's enough. So I gave it to them. I congratulate them.
At least being the first edition so far, at least on record, that they came third.
Yeah,
it's there record. For Asfa FC of Morocco. The ladies did well by coming third, defeating Malabo Kings 3-1 in the third place match that took place in Cairo yesterday. Well, as I said earlier, Kasakas of Ghana will be playing against Mamelodi Sundowns of South Africa today. It's going to be a cracker between the two countries because right now the enmity concerning those two countries is becoming a big one. Looking at the qualifiers for World Cup, they're having issues, and now the two teams from the club side also will be fighting out today to face each other in the finals of the first edition of CAF Women Champions League. So painful. Rivers Angels have to actually back Nigeria, and they have to prepare ahead of the NWFL that will be coming up starting soon. Now let's leave that side of football. Let's go for it now. Let's talk about Manchester United denying the fact that news came out that Zinedine Zidane could be the manager, and now they are denying it. They said they don't have that particular plan to replace Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for now concerning Zinedine Zidane. Coming from Manchester United denying this particular story. Is it they're trying to just cover up? Because as at this morning, as at the time of releasing a lot of stories early morning, a lot of people were looking at, Zidane is already learning how to speak English. His English class is getting better. Now news coming out that this the club is denying their interest in Zinedine Zidane.
Okay, I'm not surprised. I think on Tuesday during the show, I told you I would take it as a rumor for now. I know Man U, I doubt if they can go for Zinedine Zidane. The board, they have their eyes on Rodgers.
Brendan Rodgers of
Leicester City. They have their eyes on him. So they are seeing how they can bring him to, because I think they've learned from their mistakes. So they are looking for someone that really understands when it comes to Premiership. because Premiership on its own, it's a different ball game. So they are looking internally to see who they can poach or who they can pick within the available, within the
EPL.
The EPL. So I think they have their eyes on him currently. So bringing Zinedine Zidane, I seriously, I'm not convinced since I heard the rumor. So now they are out and saying they want to leave Olivier Solskjaer for now as their
manager.
Well, I don't know what they are playing for now in Manchester United. Are they playing for money or they are playing for trophy?
Or for glory.
Or they are playing for glory. Just like their anthem, glory, glory. So that is the question I think their fans should be asking their board currently now. Yeah, in terms of revenue, Manchester United, they are topping the revenue base in England in Premiership. They are doing very well. But when was the last time they won the Premiership? 2012.
A long time ago.
So by next year, they'll be celebrating 10 years without the last time they won a cup was during Jose Mourinho. When he won them the UEFA Cup, Europa Cup, that's the only trophy
so
that
far.
that is missing in their cabinet. He got it for them. So if they still want to continue like this, because I don't see the current Manchester United team winning anything this season, if something it's not really done. I have to start from the coach, then from there they go to the players also.
Manchester United fans out there should be asking those questions from the board of Manchester United, because that team deserves to have what it takes to also go back to winning ways, as they've been known before as one of the best clubs in the world, if not the best, according to Man U fan. Now we go straight to talk about Chelsea. Chelsea, the Blues are right now considering moving for Gavi, a player that plays in Barcelona, a very young player, 17-year-old Gavi. Right now is generating a lot of dust concerning Chelsea, trying to get him on a release clause of £42 million. And we know that Spain national team won't feature you if you don't play in Spain. Now Gavi moving to Chelsea could be very, very dicey, because Spain are trying to get almost all their players, very young players. You know, they are always from Barcelona majorly, and the way it is, Gavi plays for Barcelona, and him moving to Chelsea could actually get him off from playing for the Spanish team. What do you think?
Okay, I think for the football development of Spain, they have that structure in place. They build their national team internally, and like you rightly said, you hardly see someone outside La Liga, that La Liga, except you are exceptionally good. So that is number one factor that may go against Chelsea. Then number two, we are talking about a player that has been in Barcelona since 2015. They got to Barcelona at the age of 11 years. He has played for the Spain and under 15, 16, and under 18. Now he's playing for their national team. He wouldn't want to lose that. They wouldn't want to let him go. Right now, the Barcelona also, they are going through a process of rebuilding their team. Yes, they need money, but would they allow someone that can be the Xavi or Iniesta of tomorrow to go for 45 or 50 million pounds? That is a question I think the board and the management of Barcelona needs to answer. But to me, I don't see the possibility
for him moving to Chelsea.
And I think Chelsea, they have one of the best midfielders in the world right now.
Good one.
That's a reality. You know, being European champion is not a fluke.
For them to be European champions.
Yes, definitely.
Well, for Chelsea fans out there, I just said it, that being a European champion is not a fluke. Well, in the world of transfer, you never can tell. It can be a ghost and it can actually come out to be true. We've been talking to Peter Solawale, the in-house sport analyst who has been with us on the show. Good for having you on the show for this hour.
Pleasure all the time.
Good one there. We've been talking sport on 360 Sport, and as we always say that we always talk sport as business and also as fitness. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Keep talking sport. Thanks for watching.